And people who live near some flood-prone areas are getting a little too used to the sight of all the rising water.
Yeah, we're asking, what is the worst flooding Kentucky has ever seen? Here's our Victor Puente with the answer to that good question.
That answer is going to depend on your metrics. In recent history, the flood in 2022, where 45 people died, is the worst. But if you go back decades, two dates, 20 years apart, keep coming up. The first was the flood of 1937. The Ohio River spilled out of its banks from Illinois to Pennsylvania. The city of Louisville got the worst of it. According to the National Weather Service, the flood in January of 1937 surpassed all prior floods during the previous 175 years of modern occupancy of the Ohio River Valley. 70% of Louisville was underwater. 175,000 people had to evacuate. One source estimated the damage there was more than $250 million. That'd be $5.5 billion today. And reports put the death toll in Louisville at 90 people. The other flood that gets brought up a lot is the Eastern Kentucky flood of 1957. The headwaters of the Big Sandy, Kentucky, and Cumberland rivers were especially hard hit. There were food shortages, there was no gas for cooking, and 30 state and federal highways were blocked by floodwaters or mudslides. Most secondary roads were impassable. 9 people died in that flooding. The Red Cross reported that 597 homes were destroyed. More than 10,000 structures sustained some type of damage. If you have a good question, just email us. Good question at WKYT.com. I'll see you on WKYT Mornings.